Water, fundamental for all known forms of life, is without a doubt the most precious resource that the Earth offers us. At La Amistad International Park, water is the essential element for sustaining the privileged biodiversity found there in such profusion and magnitude that UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site. PILA, the park's acronym in Spanish, was created in 1982 to protect the great natural richness of the Talamanca mountain range, located in southeast Costa Rica and northwest Panama. It is part of the first binational biosphere reserve in the world, sharing its boundaries with Costa Rica and Panama. With an extension of approximately 400,000 hectares, 197,000 in Costa Rica and 207,000 in Panama, the area comprises the greatest remnant of natural forest in Central America. In terms of biodiversity, there is no other protected area in Central America that contains as many viable populations or life zones, harboring 4% of all of the terrestrial species on the planet. What we are doing to nature and to water is so absurd as harvesting fruits by cutting down trees. Illegal logging is one of the main threats to the Amistad Caribbean area, and together with the constant growth in agriculture and cattle ranching, it has become a serious threat to the renewable forests and the very future of these activities. Cutting down forests is a threat not only to biodiversity, it also increases the magnitude of floods, as well as it increments the sedimentation of rivers, affecting not only water quality, but also the coral populations on the reefs in the southern Caribbean of Costa Rica. In spite of efforts by the Ministry of Environment and Energy, its scope of action is limited. ACLA, Sea, or La Amistad Caribbean Conservation Area, is the government authority in charge of protecting the natural resources present in the cantons of Siquirres, Limon, Talamanca, and part of Matina. However, it has very few field personnel and scarce funding for operations to cover such an extensive area. Consequently, there are no control posts along the entire PILA Caribbean border.
The limitations of the Amistad Caribbean Conservation Area with regard to protection of La Amistad International Park, PILA, is one of the main issues. And once the limitation is improved, we can concentrate on improving the following: equipment, personnel, operating jobs, and more.
The Banano and Bananita rivers, two basins of great importance to the Caribbean area of Costa Rica, were declared symbols of protection not only for water, but also for La Amistad International Park. These basins supply potable water to 70,000 people in the port of Limon and neighboring communities, and consequently, they are of great ecological, social, and economical importance to the province of Limon. This achievement is part of a process that began in 1990 when the Commission for the Protection and Management of the Banano River was organized with the goal of creating a protected zone. A decade later, the Commission was expanded by executive decree to comprise the Commission for Management of the Banano, Bananito, and Estrella Rivers hydrographic watersheds, and at the same time established the Bananito River Aquifer Recharge Zone. In spite of this important progress toward conservation of this water resource and the buffer area present of the northeast slope of PILA, the Commission met irregularly and in general operated only when faced with emergency situations. For this reason, when facing such a difficult task, the largest possible amount of partners is required. Thus, in 1997, the Fundacion for Limon watersheds joined the struggle to perform additional environmental tasks. This foundation seeks to protect the forest areas of the Banano, Bananito, and Estrella basins and assure the quality of water for current and future generations. The foundation is currently working in conjunction with the Ministry of the Environment and Energy to support the Watershed Commission and its initiatives. This commission represents community development associations, private companies, grassroots non-governmental organizations, and several public institutions concerned with the basins. With an intensely proactive approach, the commission has developed a management plan as a tool for territorial planning and to seek organization and optimization for Banano and Bananito basin management. The main purpose of the Commission is the practical and real implementation of 9 guidelines through the support of existing initiatives as well as of new projects, some of which are in progress awaiting financing. The guidelines are: reduction in river contamination and sedimentation. To achieve this, a process of forest cover restoration along the banks of the Banano and Bananito rivers is being implemented using a strategy of reforestation by native species, among several other actions. Identification and promotion of local alternative income-generating activities. A good example in this field is improvement in the industrialization and marketing of plantain derivatives in the community of Las Palmas in Banano Sur. By means of this guideline, the following guideline can be achieved. Strengthening community organizations. The goal is to strengthen local groups in organizational and management capabilities and promote initiatives for the community's well-being by supporting the creation and growth of productive initiatives by community organizations. Development and strengthening capabilities of local populations. This is done through training on topics of interest such as marketing, organic alternatives, and sustainable management of cattle raising. Growth of environmental awareness amongst the local population. By implementing awareness campaigns that promote local pride in the natural resources of the Banano and Bananito river basins, using diverse media mechanisms to reach children and adults. This social marketing campaign is a joint effort of the Fundacion for Limon Watersheds, the Nature Conservancy, RARE, and other partners. Its purpose is to promote knowledge on the importance of these rivers and how the people of the Port of Limon and neighbors of the basins can participate in their protection and management. Improvement of production practices. They are currently implementing a strategy to update technology and improve environmental conditions on pig farms located within the Banano and Bananito river basins through the use of biodigesters as well as sustainable management of cattle raising activities. Improvement of extraction practices. This guideline in the management plan can be achieved through control and negotiation of the Basin Commission. Future projections include an environmental education program against hunting of wildlife. Promotion of conservation of ecosystems and their connection through new innovative incentives, mechanisms, and processes. One innovative idea would be to generate hope for conservation of water factories through payments for environmental services to nature. The purpose is to assess the value of forest areas as water factories and provide owners with some financial benefit for the environmental services they provide to the forests they protect. Reduction of the population's vulnerability to flooding. Attempts are being made to restore the forest cover along the banks of the Banano and Bananito rivers through a strategy of reforestation using native species, and to improve the bridge infrastructure across rivers in both basins through collaboration with the government. Water is involved in all of these, and we must remember that without water, there is no life. No type of life. The future of this area depends on the importance that Caribbean communities place on these basins. Accordingly, the population itself must participate with the government and NGOs in the protection and conservation of the biodiversity and resources that La Amistad International Park offers to the world. We must always be aware of the fact that water sustains life in La Amistad International Park, as well as in our planet.